sometimes in life, you don't choose to become important. Importance just chooses you. And then you become important at a job that you wasn't even wanting to be important at, or you wasn't ready to be important at. Let's think about it. I'll give you an example. I used to work at a little job, little motherfucker, and two coworkers was hunching. Yes, hunching. If you don't know what hunching is, Google. But they was hunching in the kitchen refrigerator. And yes, they got caught. And yes, they got fired. And yes, my company came up to me and said, "Hey, yo, we just lost two coworkers. Someone needs to step up. Someone needs to make this show keep on going." And I was basically the point guard of that job. You got to think if you get what I'm saying. And I had to make things go. And that's right there is the Houston Rockets situation. Well, the hunching part. Shout out to Jalen Green. But Fred VanVleet, a veteran point guard, not the most efficient player. And I saw someone on Twitter the other day say, "Oh, the Houston Rockets are losing out at a guy that only shooting 38% from the field. They'll be okay." You don't watch basketball. I'm pretty sure you didn't watch Houston Rockets basketball because that's a guy that was a veteran leader for that team. He brought toughness on the offensive defensive side. He brought organization in the offense, playmaking, and he was a pull-up shooter, even though he wasn't really efficient. But we saw in the playoffs, he got super hot. He's very important. And the steady hand is now gone. And somebody's expected to do his important job. That somebody is Reese Sheppard. The Rockets drafted Reese Sheppard in the third overall in the 2024 draft. He was a guard prospect. His calling card in college was elite shooting. He shot 52% from three. Now, there's a lot of shooters in college. There's a lot of good players in college. But you wasn't shooting 52% from three at Kentucky. I promise you that. He was. Rockets made a big moves this offseason. They traded Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, and a 2025 first round pick that became Kamal Malawash for the Phoenix Suns for Kevin Durant. And at the time, and still at the time, and still now, amazing trade. You do that 10 out of 10. But now without Fred VanVleet, shit is looking a little shaky and a little risky. Let me throw some stats for you guys real quick. Shout out to Mars from Player Choice, and shout out to D Lee for three, because I saw you say on Twitter too, my boy. The Rockets took 11.7 3-point shots per game from pulling up. Jalen Green took 4.8 of them shots a game. Fred took 4 of them shots a game. Cam Whitmore took 1.6 of them shots a game. Dylan Brooks took 1.1 of them shots a game. Jalen's gone, Dylan's gone, Cam's gone, and Fred's injured. This leaves a massive void of pull-up shooting. Someone needs to take this lead, and that person is going to be Reese Sheppard. Now, there's a lot of people who say, well, the Rockets are good. Just make Amen Thompson the point guard. But let's be real about Amen Thompson's game. That's really my twin brother. I love him. There's a sorry man in me. Like, I'm just their older brother that they don't know about, but like I love for them type vibes. Amen needs to develop a reliable jumper to keep defenses to guard him in a certain way if he's coming off pick and rolls. Like, if you know that you're playing as a non-shooting point guard in the pick and roll, you're just gonna play under the screen. You're gonna play in them gaps. You're gonna play in the lane. It's just gonna be harder for Amen to score. Amen's ball handling still needs work. Amen was extremely high in non-pass turnovers last season. He was top of the league in it. And the Rockets really don't have a choice. Like, they can't make a trade until December 15th. The only players that are tradable on the roster right now are Amen, Reed, Sengun, KD, and Tariq Eason. Are you giving those players away? I think not. So nobody's moving. All the other players they signed in this free agency or gave the extension, aka Jabari Smith Jr. So you can't really make a trade on those. So all eyes turn to Reed Sheppard. Barely played in his rookie year. Nah, the flashes were there. He shot the ball well, came off the screen sometimes, shot the ball well. Well, when I say shot the ball well, he was bad field goal percentage wise, but he was playing a lot of garbage time and they let him do whatever the fuck he wants. But I remember the games he started. He was amazing. He was really good in those games. But defensively, he's like a defensive playmaker. Even in college, he had high steals. I'm pretty sure he averaged one block as well. He had a 2.6% steal rate as a rookie. That's super impressive. And this translated in college, it's translated in summer league, it translated in the G League, and translated in the NBA when he got some minutes. The problem is the playmaking is still raw. And when you have Kevin Durant on your roster, I don't want to see 2021, 2022 KD with no Kyrie because the COVID situation and KD's running off ball screens and he's doing pull-up jumpers off ball screens and stuff like that. KD's efficient. He's gonna give you 27 off of 50%. But is that KD's game? Is that what we brought KD to do? To be the lead facilitator for this Houston Rockets team? No. We didn't bring you for that. So Ime Udoka has to make a decision. How much of a leash is Reed going to get? Because I think Reed Sheppard's about to start. I think Reed Sheppard's extremely important for this team now. It's just Reed Sheppard came into the season thinking he was going to be a bench point guard. And I'm pretty sure he's loving the idea now that he gets to start. But Ime's also a coach that when you make mistakes and when you trade for KD, we're in a win now situation, buddy. We're in a win now situation. We can't have the mistakes, but he's still a young player. He's a guard. He's going to make mistakes. So it's like a tug and pull of what's going to happen and what are we going to do here. And listen, this isn't a video, Houston Rockets fans, for me to say everyone worry about Reed Sheppard. I believe in Reed Sheppard, but just like me, I had to work some extra hours because people wanted a hunch in a fucking restaurant refrigerator next to frozen chicken tenders, nuggies, and steaks. Sometimes you don't get the luxury of just easing in. Sometimes you're gonna get thrown in the fire. There's gonna be rough patches, but that doesn't mean the company doesn't believe in you. The Houston Rockets and we as fans believe in you, Reed. If Reed steps up, he can give the Rockets exactly what they need: spacing, toughness, sneaky defensive impact. But the playmaking just needs a little help. And if they want to run through everything through Sengun, that's an idea too. But like that wasn't the idea before he came to the season. Sometimes we have to do some switches. So we could see a trade, but it's gonna have to wait until after December 15th. But I do not forget the two games Reed did start a 25-point performance against OKC and a 5 assists in that game. He had like 2 steals, and then a 20-point game and a 4 assist game against the Clippers. Those are two really, really good defenses, and he proved that he can do it. He shot efficiently in those both games, and that's why we call him Cocaine Curry. That's why we call him Cocaine Curry. And I don't do the white, but he was doing the white because he was hooping on them boys, doing the white. But it gets really interesting. Media day for the Rockets is Monday, September 29th. We're about to hear Ime talk about, we're going to hear Reed Sheppard talk about what he learned and what he developed throughout the summer because Reed was going to be the backup point guard anyways for this Houston Rockets team. So he's not like, it's like, oh, he wasn't ready to play point guard because he knew he had to play some point guard this season. It's something he's developing on and on. They probably want him to be a point guard slash shooting guard type vibe while Men is growing in that as well. And sometimes this is just the cruel part of becoming a point at your job. Sometimes you get thrown in the fire and you have to be evaluated early. But that doesn't mean that you aren't a diamond in the rough. But we still see something special in you. And Reed Sheppard, we're gonna be watching this season. I'm so excited for this NBA season. I'm excited to just watch Houston basketball and just watch Reed development, watch the men development, watch Sengun after a beautiful Eurobasket, watching KD fit in the system. We got the defense. We still doing nasty things, the Sengun, Steven Adam lineups. I'm excited for basketball. Media day is coming. I'm so excited. If you like this video, just like me talking about Reed Sheppard, if you're a Houston fan, leave a like down below, leave a comment, subscribe. I appreciate everyone for watching the Trae Young video. If you want to watch me talk about basketball and argue with my friends, and not even argue, we just analyze the game sometimes, go watch the Pick Your Spot podcast. We're about to talk about the Western Conference, and we're about to talk about the Houston Rockets and Reed in 2 days. And I'm going to have this video out on Saturday. So I appreciate everyone. I love you guys. Y'all have a great day.